Greetings from beautiful Silverton, Colorado. Well, I think it's kind of beautiful. The surrounding area is beautiful. The town is actually it's a rather interesting town. This is a silver mining town from the mid-19th century. And I'm gonna do a very special thing today. I am going on the Silverton, or the Durango Silverton, or Silverton Durango, I don't know. I think it's the Durango Silverton train, but I took the bus up. It was about an hour and a half ride from Durango up to Silverton, and the ride up, we went from 6,000 feet altitude to 11,000 feet, and it's going to be a nice trip. This is I guess it's called a narrow gauge railway, and this railway used to serve the purpose of bringing supplies and food and what have you up to the mining towns up here in the higher elevations of Colorado back in the day. And now the train goes up and down the mountain for various tourism purposes. And you know what? My mother, growing up back in Ohio, my mother used to tell me, she used to say, "Tommy, get out of the street. Stop playing in the street." And look at me. You know, here I am playing. Well, I don't know if I'm playing, but here I am, and I don't even know if this is the street, to be quite honest with you. So we're just minutes away from the train pulling in, and I'm going to try to capture the train pulling into the station, if you will. And it's going to be a better part of a 3-hour ride going down to Durango, where I've got my camper set up at a campground just outside the city of Durango. But here is the rail line. If you look at this, I could probably do a nice little pan for you. But there is the oh, you got to excuse the camera work here. There you go. So there's the rail line. That's a narrow gauge, and it shouldn't be too long. Shouldn't be too long before the train pulls into the station here, and you can see there's some folks kind of just hanging out waiting for the train to show up. They're all waving their hands. Come over and let me show you you see the mountain up there. There's mountains all around, and you know, these ladies are just, are you waiting on the train or waiting on your men? Or a little of both? Well, the camera keeps... I'm going down on the train as well. So, what a nice experience this is going to be. All around, you see the mountains, and there's the Shady Lady restaurant. That was actually a brothel here in Silverton. And just across the way, you see Natalia's 1912 restaurant. And you know, there's no asphalt. You see, it's just kind of like dirt road here. Here's the old Arcade Trading Company, but this is just a dirt road mining town. And we'll wait for the train to show up here. The train will be showing up, and I think I'm going to be sitting in a open air car going down, and the scenery is supposed to be breathtaking. So we'll wait for the train to show up. All aboard, number 482 engine for the Silverton Durango, or Durango Silverton narrow gauge railway. And here we go. This is going to be a great trip. Absolutely going to be an incredible trip. Look at the engine here. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Boy, if only my dad could be here. I'm sure he's here with me in spirit as we get ready to board the train. And this train was actually used in the I don't know if it was this train, but this rail line, this railway, was in the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I guess when they're jumping off of a train. So here we go. We bought have an assigned seat, I believe, but if I'm not mistaken, we have the ability to just kind of walk in and amongst the trains. And boy, the last time I was on such a historic train was in Cairns, Australia. And look at this. The Durango and Silverton. This car, I think, is called the Cascade. Not sure.
I can't guarantee the condition of your camera afterwards, but...
All right.
That's what I always
Stand in the shade for me, please.
Okay, certainly.
Thank you.
So we're gonna find my way up. We're somewhere in I think we're somewhere in an open air container. Do they just check our ticket on the train?
Yes, once we start rolling out.
Should we just get on and?
Yeah.
All
Which
right.
car you're getting in?
Wonderful. Huh?
If you know what car, you're getting in.
No, I don't know the car, but I'll just jump on board.
Well, your ticket will say.
Oh, I don't. Okay, I'll have to find the ticket and get on. All right, thank you, sir. But we can go from one car to another. Yes.
You can go to the concession car.
Okay.
Drive over there, yeah.
Thank you very much. All right. So I'm gonna get on board. I gotta find my ticket and get on board. They're blowing the horn. Let's board. All right. So I checked my ticket and we're in Vintage Coach 21, and I believe I see 21 there. It says 21 Gondola. So I'm assuming that this is the Vintage Coach 21. So let's jump on board and bring you along. Should be a really nice trip going down the mountain. The Silverton. Welcome aboard. While enjoying your trip to yesterday, we kindly request you observe the following safety considerations. Alright, I'm just going to kind of take you up through another car here. This is a nice car as well. Alright, we should be underway here momentarily. Alright, we're underway here, folks. The Silverton Durango. Is it Silverton Durango or Durango Silverton?
We're going to go Silverton to Durango this time.
Alright, we're at Silverton Durango this time. What a beautiful day. And there you have it, folks. We're off for a wonderful trip. And I think what I'm going to do on this trip is, if only because of the wind, I will probably just kind of do some nice shots as we travel along, and then add some music over the top later. So here we go, the Silverton Durango. What a wonderful experience. We go past a Dodge just like the one that I've got on this trip here. All right, off we go. All right, we're just underway, and I was talking to this man. Now, what's your name?
I'm Quentin.
Quentin. Oh, like as in Quentin Tarantino.
That's correct.
Something like that. No relation, right? You're not Quentin Jr., are you?
No.
No. So how long you been riding this train?
Actually, I'm a brakeman in training, so this is my fourth student trip.
You're a brakeman in training?
That's correct.
We're not going to get you in trouble being on the video, are you?
No.
You're going to be seen by thousands of people all around the world. You know, so how long does this train ride take?
Roughly around 4 hours from
Yeah.
Durango to Silverton.
So So you do one job or two jobs a day, or one trip or two trips a day?
One trip a day.
One trip a day, huh? And your job is what, a brakeman?
Yeah.
So what is a brakeman? What do you do?
So brakemen, they usually, most of it's customer service, but a lot of it is making sure that nothing is going wrong with the train. This involves, you know, one of the weirder things is smelling for things, making sure that you don't smell anything burning or
Like as
heat,
in
hot metal.
Marijuana, right? I mean, you don't want to smell any
No,
dope.
we don't want to smell that either.
You don't want to smell any dope on the train.
No,
right?
not that either. No, but we do that. We do brake tests, make sure everything's going right with the brakes, and hence the name brakeman. And that's pretty much the gist of it.
And this goes year round?
It does. To Silverton, it's during our peak season.
Yeah.
I want to say May to September.
Yeah.
And then we go halfway to Cascade the rest of the season.
And you live in this area, Quentin?
I do. I actually just moved out here about 2 weeks ago.
From where?
From Denver.
From Denver?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
All right. And what do you like to do when you're not riding a train?
Well, this is really all I do. This is pretty much all I do all day.
All right.
Long days.
Give a shout out to Skip Smith and the Villages, if you would.
What's that?
Give a shout out. There's this lonely old grumpy man in the Villages in Florida.
Uh-huh.
Whenever I travel and do a video like this, I find somebody like yourself to give a shout out.
Okay.
So give a shout out to Skip Smith and the Villages.
All right. Shout out to Skip Smith.
There you go, Skipper. Shout out from Quentin here on the Silverton Durango Railway. Thanks a lot, Quentin.
Of course.
All right. All right, folks. So here we go. Should be a nice ride. right, 7 hours later, or at least that's what it seems like. It's a long ride, folks, from Silverton down to Durango. And if you're gonna take this trip, I would take the advice of some of the folks that told me that best bet is just to do one way up or one way down on the train, and then to do the other way on the bus. So have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the trip.
There he is. Look at him taking around. Ah!